All right, let's recap UFC 308. Crazy. Jaw dropping. Main event was so competitive. Ilia Topuria was doing so good. Max Holloway was doing so good until he wasn't. I had it 1-1 going into the third. I did not see the scorecards, but I saw Matt. I'm watching the post-fight press conference now. Ilia Topuria's out right now, but when Max was out, he said he was surprised by some of the judges' scoring. He said that he thought he had at least a round. So some judges had him down 0-2. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I gave the first round to Max, and I gave the second round to Ilia. Yes, Ilia secured a takedown, but he did absolutely nothing with it, and Max was landing clean combinations in the first round. 1-2s, kind of pushing Ilia back a little bit, controlling the octagon. Third round one was clear for Max. Personally, round two, it was a little close. I leaned to Ilia because I liked the way he was landing more combinations. He was really landing low kicks at this point in the fight. Max was taking them well, but he wasn't checking any. Ilia was starting to come forward. It's like Ilia will control the beginning of the rounds. Max will control the end of the rounds. And then it's like, do you pick Max off of last impression, or do you pick Ilia after overall body of work? I don't really trust these stats. I'm sure they're close, but they're never accurate. But I gave the second round to Ilia. Third round, Max was doing good. Max was landing the John Jones kick, side kicks to the knee. Ilia was still sticking to the calf kicks. Max Holloway was landing the jab in that round. I'm like, okay, good jab. Ilia catches him with a right hand. Maybe a left. Catches him. Stuns Max. You can see Max stunned. Max on the cage. Ilia kind of unloads a little bit. Max rolling with everything. Not getting hit clean. Circles away. I'm like, okay. He recovered. Ilia steps in again. Lands another bomb. And I'm like, okay. He wobbles again. Now you can see Max is clearly hurt. But now Max is clearly hurt. He's not covering up. He's firing back. Whenever he goes to fire back, overhand left hand from Ilia Topuria sits him down, flattens him out on his back. Ilia Topuria brutally KOs Max Holloway. It was a brutal KO. I'm dropping the biggest narrative shifts after UFC 308 tomorrow. But Ilia Topuria, all right, I want to say he's going to be the new biggest draw in the UFC. He's going to be the UFC's biggest star. It's hard to pass poor time what he's doing, but what Ilia just did in his last two fights and the way he's been saying it and the way he's been calling his shots, it's giving Mystic Mac vibes. It's giving Conor McGregor vibes. He's Spanish Conor McGregor. He's going to be the first guy to bring the UFC to Spain. I don't know if the UFC's ever been to Spain, but he's going to bring them to Spain. He can go into Hunter. He can go sit across from Hunter Campbell right now and demand anything, and he'll probably get it. This was his Jose Aldo Conor McGregor moment. He seized it. Brutally KO'd Max. I don't think this guy's going to lose anytime soon. I don't think Diego Lopez stands a chance. Dana White said it's hard to tell. Volk knows, so Volk's getting a rematch, and I don't think Volk stands a chance. Not over the course of 25 minutes. Ilia doesn't quite have the death touch, but he puts guys away. Once he decides to go forward, he's just going to go forward. And he gets people out of there. Fair play to Ilia Topuria. I had Ilia Topuria winning this fight. I had him winning by decision. I did not think he would knock Max out. I thought he would be able to hurt Max, stun Max a few times. I thought it would look very close to the Dustin Poirier and Max 2. And, KO'd him. Tough. Whitaker versus Chimaev. Felt Whitaker was not doing good. Obviously, he wasn't doing good. He was losing the round, and it wasn't even a close round. But for what it's worth, he was doing good. I thought he was doing good. I thought he was going to make it out of that round. As each minute went by, I didn't get more worried. I got more confident that he would see the stool. He was doing better than Kamaru Usman. I thought he was going to see the stool. Thought he was getting close to him seeing the stool. Khamzat tries to lock in a rear naked choke. It's not under the chin. Robert Whitaker panic taps. Horribly panic taps. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? At first I'm like, bro, that was B made, and that was hey yo, what are you doing? And then the picture of I don't even know if I can put it, bro. His teeth. Khamzat said he felt the click. Khamzat squeezed this dude's mouth so hard that his teeth clicked out of his gums. That's crazy. And we know Dana White's giving him the next title shot. Strickland's getting skipped. Oh well. I'll talk about more narrative shifts. But Khamzat, I think we know Khamzat. People are going to overlook the fact that Khamzat didn't change the way he fights. He did not change his pacing for the fight. He did not change his intensity. So, Khamzat may be emotionally changed, but physically, I don't think we're going to see much change. I don't think if he's as long as he fights that way, he's not going to be able to sustain that for multiple rounds. So, he's still going to be the guy that he's always going to be if they survive the first round. Roadblocks. He was always going to be the guy if they survive the first round and they have a shot. But as far as just smashing somebody, not with that output, not with that pacing, no. Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. I don't want to give away too much of my biggest narrative shifts, but I think Rakic did good. I gave Rakic 1. I gave Magomed 2 and 3. Magomed better learn how to take some kicks if he's fighting Alex Pereira. I can tell you that. He gave up maybe, I want to say about 35 unchecked leg kicks. Let's see what UFC totals it. UFC said he landed 34. All to the calf. And he didn't try to check in it. Alex don't need 34. He don't need 24. He don't need 14. He just need 4 of those free leg kicks and you're cooked. Performed good. Didn't wow anybody. Didn't blow anybody away. This is a guy who Dana White and the UFC told him that he needs to have an impressive win to get a title shot. It was not an impressive win because he didn't blow anybody away, but he should just give the man a title shot. I don't think he stands a chance against Alex Pereira. Talk about it more later tomorrow, but it was a good fight. Well, it lasted. I think Rakic 1-1. Like I said, Magomed 2 and 3. Rakic should have been a little bit more aggressive. Should have went forward a little much. But Magomed was clearly faster. I mean, the speed wasn't even close. Lightning fast. Lerone Murphy. It's a good fighter. Well-rounded. He beat Danny Gay. I gave Lerone 1. No, I gave Lerone 2 and 3. 1, I had Lerone winning. Or it was close. Until Danny Gay dropped him. Lerone overextended with a left hook. Dan slipped it. Landed the left hook of his own. Sat him down. Thought he was going to get him out of there. Thought he was going to finish him. He did it. And I want to talk about that exact same sequence. I want to talk about that with the fight with Shara versus Arman Petrosian. But Lerone Murphy proved to be a little bit better in every area of the game. And that's kind of what I expected. You know, Lerone Murphy won key scrambles when it mattered the most. He won key exchanges when it mattered the most. He was faster, quicker on the feet. Fruits was bright for Lerone Murphy, still undefeated. He said he won Josh Emmett. That's a good fight. Because we saw that somebody can land the shot on Lerone Murphy if he gets overzealous. If Josh Emmett gets that shot, what happens? So it's very, very interesting. I would like to see that fight. I think he'll beat Josh Emmett. Because Josh Emmett is just meaty hooks. I don't think it's a lot that you have to worry about what's coming your way from Josh Emmett. But his 1 or 2 weapons, I mean, they are deadly. So you have to be honest, be on your toes, but it's not a lot. You don't have to worry about wheel kicks. You don't have to worry about certain combinations. Just watch the overhands, watch the hooks. You'll be fine. But Danny Gay, he's a dog, man. He's good. He cool. I've never expected Danny Gay to be a contender at this point. You know, I mean, I expect him to be a guy that may get to 15-14 or just be right outside of the rankings, but kind of be the best guy in the division that's not ranked and be a test for new guys up and coming, which is Lerone Murphy, which Yeah. I think I don't think Danny Gay's gonna be ranked towards the end of the division, and he's gonna be the test. He's gonna be the Neil Magny test. Yeah. Shara Bullet versus Armin Petrosian. It kind of sucks that Shara got a highlight KO here because I was ready to say the UFC needs to stop telling me that this dude's good or that this dude's a beast because he's just not. But then he gets the highlight KO, and it's like, damn it, man. It's like, damn it. I had Armin win the first round. I had Shara win in the second round, and then he KO'd him with 7 seconds left. I think it's a bad stoppage though. If let's just say, let's say Justin Herzog was refereeing this match, right? Let's say Dan Ige landed that left hook, dropped Lerone Murphy bad, and then just walked off. You don't jump in right there. So why do you jump in after the clapper? He gets dropped with 8 seconds left. Yeah, he drops. His back is to Shara. So if you just get dropped and your opponent's behind you, aren't you gonna first do this? Because your opponent's most likely gonna jump on top of you. I think he would have been able to recover. I think he would have been able to be saved by the bell. I don't think it should have been stopped. But it is what it is. He gets the viral highlight KO. That's what the UFC wanted. Hey, maybe they saw things weren't going good. Oh, he's dropped. I could stop it here and stop. I don't know. I don't want to blame Jason Herzog for that, but I don't think it was a great stoppage. I think we should have I think we were robbed of a third round. I think we should have seen the third round, but nobody's going to say that because we got a highlight KO. I was at work. The car came on at 9 o'clock. I got off of work around 11:30, right? 12. So I missed a lot of this, right? I just seen the main card. But I got here setting up just to see this. Don't fall for this because I told you what this was going to be. This is a guy that's 11-0, right? On the regional scenes, fighting at state fairs and things of that nature. And he's 11-0, beating all guys with 0 wins, 4 losses, 0 wins, 2 losses. And the one guy that actually had a win on his record and a positive record, he was 9-7, I want to believe. It was his retirement fight. This guy's not good. Rafael Casera and Ibo Aslan. They started off on the early prelims as the first fight. There's a reason why Dana moved him up. They're probably going to push this guy for over there in that era for Turkey. Don't get me wrong. He's not a bad fighter. He can punch. He can swat. That's about it, though. Don't fall for this. This ain't a valid win here. Don't fall for this. That's all I want to say. RDA, Jeff Neal. RDA, I think it's time for retirement. Freak injury. Jeff Neal's looking good. Y'all gonna stop sleeping on Jeff Neal boxing. And then these, I didn't see them. I'm not gonna rewatch them. I'm gonna be honest. We're just gonna move on. I mean, I was playing them in the background at work. I'm not gonna lie. But I wasn't really watching. I know this was a war. Mateus Rebecca, all about was a war. A boost finish, Bruno Fiera. I didn't even see that fight. Chris Barnett hurt his leg. What are you doing? What are you doing? You took 3.5. You tore your Achilles. You came back and started training after 3.5 months. What are you doing? Jumping up and down. What are you doing? But who knows? Maybe he needed the money. I don't know. Fareed beats Hugo. Ismail beats Bruno Silva. It might be time to cut his contract. And Renat beat Carlos Leal. I think this was a robbery, actually. I seen this one. This was the first fight at 9 o'clock. I kind of played, like I said, I played the fights at work. I seen this one. I think you give Carlos 1 and 2. Couldn't pay that much attention, but I think you give Carlos 1 and 2. Either way, sorry, card. We're watching our heroes get beat and fizzle out slowly but surely. Sucks. That's all I got, though. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here, man. Yeah.